Hey, so I've had a few questions from students about just how exactly to get started with QuickBooks. So I wanted to start with super basics on what you're going to find in Blackboard. Sorry if my internet's a little slow. I'm actually at church camp with about 200 kids, 19 of which are from my church, so it's kind of nutso here. But first, you're going to log into Blackboard, and instead of accessing it through this drop-down link, go ahead to My Courses and click on our ACBA course. And we're going to wait on my computer. Okay, and then when I refer to the left-hand menu in the instructions, I'm talking about this. And the instructions I'm referring to are these step-by-step instructions to submit your homework. It seems like maybe some of you haven't found those, so you might want to take a peek at those. They really do walk you step-by-step through how to do your homework, but I'm doing this video too, so maybe one or the other will be what helps you. Okay, so in the Week 4 folder, when you scroll down past the midterm, which you guys did awesome on, you have this Chapter 1 project. There's really not any points for Chapter 1, but I encourage you to actually do Chapter 1 because it's going to make everything else so much easier for you. So you're actually going to use the test drive, and when you open the test drive, it's going to say Craig's Design and Landscaping. And the test drive is a great place that you can go and test anything out in QuickBooks. And practice stuff, and you're actually going to do that. Like when we get to Chapter 3, we're actually going to have some practice stuff at the beginning of the chapter, and then at the end is where you're going to go to your QuickBooks and log in and actually do the assignments that are at the end of the chapter. And again, I apologize for this being slow, but I think it's starting to load. But anyway, you get the point. I'm just going to close this. I've already got the other stuff open. Okay, so in this, there's no homework to submit for Chapter 1. You're going to earn your points for Chapter 1 by inviting me to be your accountant this is step 2-3. That's in Chapter 3. I think it's on page 39. Okay, so I'm going to click over to the book. I've got the online book. So the first part, you're just reading, okay, and it's just talking about QuickBooks. And then when you change to the next section, okay, getting started with QuickBooks Online, again, you're just reading. It's going to tell you about this Craig's Design and Landscaping section. You can hit the down arrow too, or click over here. Okay, I'm going to click on to number 7 because I know there's some tasks in there. Hopefully it will load quickly. Okay, so when you're on this number 7, there's some quick videos in there too, and it's showing you some pictures of how you navigate, and then you're going to find these develop your skills, and you're actually going to do those. So in the test drive, you're going to click the gear icon, then you're going to go to lists and then chart of accounts. And you're going to keep going through this entire chapter and do all of those tasks. And then when you're done, you're done. There's nothing else to do in Chapter 1, not even anything to submit. Okay, I'm going to click it over to Chapter 2, and this is a little different. You're actually going to also open up your QuickBooks. So there I'm logging in. I'll let that churn while I'm going back to here. And you're actually going to set up your QuickBooks that you're logging into, and you're setting up this company called Puppy Love Pampered Pooch. Don't change the name of your company, just leave it your name. And then when you get to okay, so develop your skills 2-1, you guys have already done that. That's set up your company. Okay, so now we're going on to this customizing your company file section. And if you have the paper book, the heading of the section is customizing your company file, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out where you're at. And you're actually going to start with 2-2, and you're going to do all of the steps that it tells you to your company. Okay. It tells you how to change the name. If you change the name, it's fine. If you don't, it's fine. As long as your name still has your name in it, I'm happy because then I can see what you're seeing. When you get to the end of the chapter, you're going to see these. Every chapter is going to have reinforce your skills and apply your skills. You're also going to do those. Okay, so here's reinforce your skills 2-1 and 2-2. And 2-3. This is where you're going to invite me to be your accountant. This is very important because that gives me access to your QuickBooks. I'm not going to transfer any of your points unless you do. And when you email me and ask questions, I can look and see what's going on and help you fix it. You're also going to do your apply your skills tasks. which hopefully are going to load. When you get to the end of the apply your skills tasks, that's where you can compare what you have to these account list and product service lists. I will tell you that the eLab is going to count off if the spelling is wrong, so make sure your spelling matches this. My answer sheets will help you make sure you've got everything right. Again, my internet here is so slow, I'm sorry that won't load, but these are just pictures of the solution. Okay, and then you're going to submit that in eLab, click assignments. Okay, I need to be patient, it's not loading.